Hey guys, this is Connor Crump here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to give you my New York Jets offseason rebuild. So I'm going to rebuild the Jets through the offseason and through the draft. But before this video does get started, if you want your team to be next on this offseason rebuild series, please comment down below. And your team just might be selected to be the next team I do on this series. Due to the current talent on this New York Jets team, I don't think they'll be signing very many players back that are currently on the team. But Marcus Maye is probably that one player they are going to sign back, since they do need secondary help a lot. Without him, their secondary would probably be one of, if not the worst in NFL history. And Marcus Maye was great this year. He was really the only good player on that Jets team, maybe besides Quinnen Williams. He did have a good year, but I do think Marcus Maye was really that only consistently good player for the New York Jets. So I think it's really important for the Jets to re-sign Marcus Maye. Thankfully, the Jets have a whole bunch of money with $70 million in cap space to work with, and they do have a lot of gaps on the team, but they have a lot of players that they can sign to make their team a whole lot better, including Jamal Williams to fill up the running back spot, because you can't really have Frank Gore as your starting running back. He's 37. He's really not it. Sammy Watkins as a wide receiver, because your team is really lacking wide receiver help at the moment. And Corey Linsley and DeMar Dotson to help on the O-line. So whoever is the quarterback of the Jets and starts week 1 will not be getting sacked every play like some quarterbacks such as Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson. And then to help the secondary, Daniel Sorensen and Richard Sherman and Mackenzie Alexander would all be great pieces for the Jets. That would really solidify that secondary with 2 corners and a strong safety, and make that secondary one of the better ones in the NFL. And then also linebacker help is really important for the Jets. But it isn't a huge linebacker class, but KJ Wright is most likely going to be in free agency, because the Seahawks don't really have the money to re-sign him. So I think KJ Wright will probably go to the Jets. This is what I would do. These are the free agents I would sign. Now, if I'm the Jets, I assume many Jets fans don't want Sam Darnold to be a Jet anymore. And in my opinion, Sam Darnold doesn't really need to be a Jet. With the second overall pick, the Jets can take their franchise quarterback, whether that being Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, or even Trey Lance. Trevor Lawrence won't be there unless the Jags decide to do something else in terms of a quarterback, or maybe they go for Penei Sewell, but that doesn't really make sense. But I think the Bears are a quarterback-needy team, and at number 20, it's very unlikely that a guy like Mac Jones will be there at the number 20th pick due to so many quarterback-needy teams ahead of them. They don't have a ton of capital to trade up, which is also a problem. So I think the Bears will have to stay where they are. So if they get a quarterback like Sam Darnold, who is an upgrade over Mitch Trubisky and Nick Foles, that would help their team. And I think it'd be good for the Bears and for the Jets. And the Jets get a 4th-round pick out of it, so it's a solid pickup for them. I think the Jets probably have a good trade here. Pretty even trade. Probably an B or an A for both teams on this trade. So a solid trade and solid end result for both teams. With all the draft capital the Jets have this year, it'll be pretty easy to rebuild a team if they just draft right. And this is why, with the second overall pick, I select Zach Wilson. Trevor Lawrence is off the board, so it's a pretty obvious pick in my opinion. In my opinion, Zach Wilson is a pretty clear number 2, with Justin Fields just behind at number 3. But I do think Zach Wilson is the second best quarterback in this draft. And then number 23, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah falls. The Jets need linebacker help, and that would be great for the Jets. Owuse Koromoa is a great player, and he should have never fallen to 23 in this mock draft, but he did, so I took him. And then with their third pick in the second round, I selected Terrence Marshall Jr. to help that wide receiving core. Jamison Crowder isn't a true number one. Sammy Watkins really isn't a true number one. Terrence Marshall may not be a true number one yet, but he very well could be. And to get a guy like that in the second round is rare, so great for them. At the 66th pick in the third round, I think the Jets would be smart to take Jason away if he did happen to fall to the third round. In my opinion, he's probably going to get drafted in the early second, so it's really surprising that in this mock draft he fell all the way to the third. So I think that the Jets would scoop him up quite quick, as they would like edge help a lot. And I think the Jets should draft for best player available at this point. It makes a whole lot of sense. And then also at number 87, they'll draft running back Michael Carter from North Carolina. One part of that running back duo in North Carolina that was deadly, and I think he could be a great backup or even a starter if in this case they don't get Jamal Williams. But I think he'll be a great backup and can get more carries and more opportunities than a normal backup running back. With the last two notable picks in this draft for the New York Jets, they will select Tommy Tremble, who is a tight end. So Jets desperately need pass catchers and especially need a tight end. So Tommy Tremble, who shouldn't have fallen to 98, is a great player for the Jets. And then Ronnie Perkins, who is projected in most people's eyes as a second, maybe early third round pick, but he fell to 138 in the fourth round. So pretty good pickup for the Jets here. You can't really ask for very much more than a second-round player to fall to the fourth. So a great draft for the Jets. Really upgraded the edge and pass catchers, got your quarterback, got a linebacker. So the Jets really won this draft. But yeah, that is going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And once again, if you want your team to be next in this offseason rebuild series, please just comment down below, and you might be lucky enough to be selected. Thank you for watching again. Bye.